The meaning of the movie. Author Orpheus on Reading 5 Minutes published 7.12. 2019 updated 7.12. 2019. The film Creature, directed by Olga Gorodetskaya, can be characterized as a psychological horror. For the domestic cinematography, this is probably a debut. The novelty is also felt in the neutral national shade of the picture. Such a story is universal, it could happen in any country, in any family. This is what makes it multifaceted, captivating, accessible and understandable to everyone. The originality of the picture, in its unquestionable relevance. What the movie The Creature is about. The average Belov family has been unable to come to terms with the fact that their 6-year-old son Vanya has gone missing for 3 years. He, Igor, is a doctor. She, Paulina, is a teacher. The crisis of relationships amidst the pain of the unknown leads the couple to the idea of adoption. In a suburban orphanage, the Belovs meet a strange boy who looks more like a dog than a human being and lives in a basement. Paulina decides to adopt this unfortunate animal. The family is dissuaded from this idea, but the woman remains adamant. At first Igor is wary of the feral boy and his aggressive behavior. But he doesn't want to upset his wife by playing along with her new role. The newly minted mother, on the contrary, completely dissolves in her son. All the accumulated care, love and tenderness at once spill out onto the child. The woman gradually sees more and more similarities with her own, missing Vanya. Igor does not like this obsession of his wife, which he reports to the family psychologist. He advises to treat the boy as his own. In the house really comes harmony. Until the pregnancy test shows 2 stripes, the parents are happy, but not Vanya. The protagonist's long-awaited pregnancy alienates her from her adopted son. At some point she realizes that the adopted son is trying to harm the future child. Pink glasses gradually fall. Pauline confesses to her husband that she is afraid of the boy. The man changes places with his wife. Now he is attached to Vanya, protecting him in front of his wife. One day returning home, the man finds his wife with a bloody belly. The woman dies in the hospital, having learned that the child could not be saved. Then the man decides to find out the history of the adopted boy from the nun of the orphanage. Her answer that Vanya is not a human being at all, but a monster, personifying the pain of loss, lead Belov to horror. With the nun's help, he returns the boy to the basement, handcuffing him. But in the finale, the monster returns in the person of the dead Paulina. The meaning of the movie Creature. The theme of Creature is consonant with Omen, and Pet Sematary, and Rosemary's Baby. And Nelyubov Zvygintsev, as if the prehistory of a new social drama about family relationships and the acceptance of the death of loved ones. But if Hollywood horror is mysticism and thriller, the Russian version is also about the nightmares going on in human souls. One of the ideas of the movie is the crisis of family values of confused people. He does everything for her sake, she, for the sake of her illusions. However, ingrained complexes and unspokenness leave a gulf between close people. A woman cannot forgive her husband for his arrogance, which cost them too much, and let her son go. Igor courageously keeps everything inside himself for years, and in the end it turns out that he hears only himself. The fact that everyone is pulling the blanket in his own direction, projecting his pain on the other, does not give a chance for a happy ending. The boat of love once again crashes not on everyday life, but on mental deafness and on the desire to change his neighbor, but not himself. Another meaning is found in the relationship with death, with its acceptance in connection with the passing of the closest people. Virtually everyone with whom Vanya comes in contact does not subside the pain of loss. Belova, the watchman, the investigator are fixated on inner emptiness and hopelessness. Depreciating the meaning of life, they fuse with the departed. Absorbed in their experiences, the heroes of the movie see only their illusions. The point is that it is not an ephemeral creature that destroys man, but man himself. And not an external demon, the root of evil, but an internal one, his own, fed by years and passions. The meaning of the ending of the movie Creature. A psychologist comes to the Belov's dacha to offer condolences to his friend in connection with the death of his wife. Belov closes the door in front of his friend without explanation, not wanting to let him in. He looks into the crack of the house and sees the living Pauline. In the penultimate frame, the nun nods affirmatively to the foster father. You have overcome the pain of loss. She was not wrong about her own child. He bore this grief on an equal footing with his mother. Igor coped with the death of his son, but the departure of his favorite woman was beyond him. Belav is the main character of the picture, a flint, leading an unequal battle. But even to him, so steely, correct is the key. Loneliness without a wife, covering without a trace, disarmed the once strong-hearted man. Pain, like acid, corroded all willpower, making him a slave. By the end of the film, the director emphasizes that on the most enduring person there is a creature, its paralyzing black void. The confrontation of which sometimes costs a life.